Hey guys, good evening. Hey Soraya, I see you are first on here. Good evening, everybody. Do me a favor, check in. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what city and state you are watching from. And happy MA week. Let me put that in the comments real quick. Happy MA week to everybody that is watching. Check in. Let me know where you are watching from. Let me know where you are in your process. Are you already a medical assistant? Are you in school? Are you seasoned? How many years have you been a medical assistant? And what specialty are you working in? Let me know. Let me know. I just put it in the chat. Happy MA appreciation. Hey, Emily from Texas. What's MA Texas? Oh, you're saying you're MA. Okay. I thought that was short for a city. Excuse me. What part of Texas are you in, Emily? Let me know because I'm actually considering moving down there. You guys may hear my phone vibrating and going off in the background, just a heads up. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'm not going to spend too much time in the beginning. I'm going to save some time afterward for some Q&A. You also may hear my stomach growling because I'm hungry. But I see you, Dominique from Connecticut, Lee from Minnesota, Quism from Texas as well, Chelsea. Hey, Chelsea. All right, guys. So we're going to get into it. So I wanted to hop on live tonight, and I knew I wanted to go live tonight, but I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to talk about. I said I had to go live for MA week. I have to. There's no way. Like last year, I don't know if you guys remember if you were already following me last year, but last year I went live every single day in the month of October. Was anybody here and remember that? Soraya, I know you were here. Anybody else? Was anybody here last year when I did that for a month? I went live every single day. I couldn't do that this year, but I said I'm going to go live at least one day this evening. I mean one day this week. Oh, Dominique said I was. Okay, Dominique. So I said, oh, Tanika, you were too. Oh, I know that's right. Y'all been hanging in there with me. So I knew I wanted to go live, but I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. I said, you know what? Let me talk about how we're going to level up in 2026. Okay. And when I say level up, first of all, this is just part one because it's so many things that I can say about this topic, but I just can't do it in one video. So I'm going to talk about a few things tonight and some ways that I want you guys to level up in the clinic and outside the clinic. And then I'm going to follow up with a part two soon. Let me remove this banner. So we're going to get into it. So first of all, let me just introduce myself to you guys. For those of you that don't know me, you guys know my name is Kendra, aka Miss K. I'm a medical assistant instructor. I've been an MA since 2004 and a medical assistant instructor since 2011. Okay, so in addition to being an MA instructor and an MA, I'm also an author. I've written 4 books. I'm in the business world, very much in the entrepreneurial world. I'm very big on business and all of that, and I'll mention some of that as we're going through here. Okay, all right, so let's get into it. So how to level up as a medical assistant in the upcoming year, right? 2026. Why? Because your growth matters. All right. And this slide here, I'm just showing you guys a picture of me and my scrubs. That's the clinical side. And then the right picture is just me and my business attire. Okay. So first of all, I want to remind you guys, I have an MA week sale on my MA refresher course. It's only $9.99. It's at marefreshercourse.com. And the link is also in the description. So if you happen to need certification and you need a study guide, this is for you. Or if you want to gift it to someone, if you like, listen, I got $10, I can buy this for somebody, you can gift it to someone as well. Okay. Now, if you happen to be watching the replay and you missed a sale, don't worry. Every now and then I do these sales. It's already only $27. I like to keep it very affordable because I know people taking it is usually in school, so I wanted to make it super affordable. So don't worry if you missed a sale and you're watching a replay. Okay. But for those of you that are watching live now and it's still MA week, the sale is going to last until Friday, until MA week is over. So it's marefreshercourse.com and the direct link is below the video. All right, so let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do for leveling up in 2026, the upcoming year, we're going to skill up clinically and administratively. What does that mean? First, one of the things we're going to do is add on to your certifications. Okay. Now, this is not something that everybody wants to do, and I get it, but I get a lot of you asking me, like, Miss K, like, what other certifications can I get as a medical assistant? So, of course, you guys, I didn't include medical assistant certification here. Sorry, because that's kind of self-explanatory. You guys know once you finish school for medical assistant, you get certified. But I did include EKG. So some of you guys may want to get EKG certified. Phlebotomy. The more credentials you have, the more you can market yourself and the more you can negotiate pay. So you guys know we are already generally underpaid as a profession. That's no secret. I always say, just like teachers are underpaid, that's been a known thing since I was little. Okay. Nurses are underpaid. It's just a general it's just a general fact that MAs are generally underpaid. And so when you stack your credentials, these are ways that you can be more marketable and more marketable as an MA. And then also you can ask for more money. Okay. And if you guys happen to have any questions, don't worry, I'm gonna do some Q&A after I get through these slides. So you can drop your question now and I'll go back to it, or you can wait until we get to that slide. But anyway, billing and coding as well. One of my students was asking me the other night about, some benefits of getting certified in billing and coding. First of all, it's another certification. And then two, if you're someone who wants to have something on the side, I have a family member who got a certification in billing and coding, and she has a full-time job. However, she also has a billing and coding certification. So she is the biller for a private doctor's office. Actually, multiple. She has multiple offices that she works for. So that's the benefit of that. So I want you guys to consider adding to your certifications. Okay. So these are some ways you want to skill up, right? Also, LinkedIn and resume makeover. Let me start with the resume first. First of all, some of you guys have been wondering why you're not getting a call back. And for some of you, it is your resume. So in the cardiology clinic that I work for, I am a part of the hiring process when it comes to medical assistants. And I can't tell you guys how many times we have come across resumes that are so unprofessional. I mean, grammatical errors, just even something as little as your past jobs, your duties are not written in past tense, right? So if you used to work at a place, your duties are not going to be listed as, taking vital signs, drawing blood. It's going to be in past tense, right? I took vital signs, or what else? Assisted, not assisting, assisted. So just small things like that you don't even think of. Making sure everything is listed from the most recent, right? So your jobs on your resume should be listed from the most recent. You guys, some of y'all need a resume makeover. That's just what it is. I recommend you guys hiring somebody. Yeah, we got Chat GPT. You can utilize that. That's a free resource, but even be careful with that because it's so obvious. Using Chat GPT, there's characteristics that are so obvious. So you want to be careful with that. If you do use Chat GPT, just make it your own. But you do need a resume. Many of you do need a resume makeover. Yes, somebody said this might be why I can't. This is true. This is not the case for everybody, but for some people, we will look right past your resume simply because of how it looks. Okay. Some people are not even getting a call. Okay. LinkedIn, this is very big now, guys. LinkedIn has been around for a long time, but more and more employers are now checking LinkedIn, and more employers are asking for your LinkedIn profile. Do me a favor, guys. Let me know in the chat if you guys have recently applied to a job and they've asked you for your LinkedIn profile. Let me know in the chat. Just comment LinkedIn as a way to let me know if you've experienced that. I am looking into relocating actually I am relocating. I don't want to say looking into I actually am relocating. And I was looking into applying for some jobs, right? In the areas that I'm looking into relocating. And I noticed they were asking for LinkedIn profiles. I hadn't seen that before because I hadn't been, looking for a job in a while. And so many places were asking for LinkedIn. And I talked to someone about this and they were like, yeah, this is like the new thing now. They want your LinkedIn profile. So if you have a LinkedIn, you want to just make sure it's professional and geared toward the job you're looking for. If you don't have a LinkedIn, you may want to consider creating one. And you can only have one LinkedIn profile per person. So you can only have one. All right. CEUs, okay, continuing education. Now we know that CEUs are required to keep the certification valid, right? To keep it active. And also if you have a license, for those of you that are nurses, your license requires CEUs to stay active. But I want you guys to consider taking CEUs, to really just stay on top of what's going on in the medical world. Okay. Don't look at it as just something that you need. Look at it as something to stay educated, to know what's going on in the world. Also in person, consider joining AAMA. Most people think about AAMA, they think about the certification exam, but it's actually a network of medical assistants. Okay. So I want you guys to look into that, joining that network. You get the free magazine. I think it comes out quarterly. And I was actually featured in that magazine. I think it's been almost 2 years now. But you have access to certain events they have. As you go into their in-person events, you're also earning CEU. So it's very important to network. And you never know who you might meet and who you might need when you're looking for employment. I always share this story. The school that I teach for now, I was able to get into this school because of my relationship with an instructor that was already working there, who ended up being the program coordinator. So if it wasn't for us working together before, I could not get into the school. I was applying. I'm like, they never called me back. But then I just happened to know somebody that worked there. So you never know. I want you guys to really think about networking. Yes, somebody said CEUs are good to refresh. And I see your comments, guys. I'm going to go back to them in a moment. So I don't want anybody to think I'm ignoring you. I just want to get through this. Just for anybody that may be watching a replay, I try not to stop on the comments too much, just to be mindful of that. All right. So another thing you want to do to level up, you want to step into leadership. Some of you guys have been in the field for a while, and you guys, it's time for you to look into moving up, not even just for the money, but just to gain more experience. So some of you guys can step into lead MA roles, preceptor roles. Now, preceptor, this is the person that is responsible for training new hires and also for doing ongoing training. For an example, I'm a lead MA. I'm a preceptor at the I work at a cardiology clinic during the day. I told you guys, and I'm teaching in the evenings. But I'm a preceptor, so I'm helping to train. And we have several preceptors, so it's not just me. But we help to train new MAs, and then we also help we also help with ongoing training as well. So that's something that I've actually been doing. I've actually been working with some of the MAs to make sure they're up to par with their manual blood pressures, because we are cardiology. We do stress tests, and we have to know how to check manual blood pressure. So that's something that I've been doing, working with the MAs in the office to just retrain, just to make sure they are up to par with their manual blood pressure. So consider that if you've been in the field for a while and you want to be a trainer, and you make more money as a preceptor too. Whenever you're training, and you know what, I don't want to say this matter of factly because this could vary by company, but some companies will actually pay you more when you're precepting. So you'll have your hourly wage, and whenever you are training, you'll get more for those hours you're training. So I encourage you guys to look into your company, find out from HR, how you can become a preceptor if that's something you're interested in. And guys, do me a favor, if you're enjoying this, make sure you like the video. Not just I don't mean send a reaction in the chat, but actually liking the exiting out the chat and liking the video for me. It helps it to get out in the algorithm. Rossi from Houston, Texas. Rossi, make sure you stay till the end, because I don't want to stop and get sidetracked. But I got some questions for those of you that live in Texas. So stay into the end, please. Also supervisor, you can work your way up into supervisor roles. Coordinator roles, whether it's the patient coordinators or department coordinators, and also MA instructor. So you guys, I told you, I became a medical assistant in 2004, and I became a medical assistant instructor for the first time in 2011. Okay, so I've been teaching a long time, but it was my experience that allowed me to become an instructor. So for those of you that are thinking about teaching, you feel like you have something to offer in the classroom, I want you guys to consider becoming an MA instructor in this upcoming year. Call around to some MA schools, find out what their process is for hiring medical assistant instructors. And going back to the pay part of it, I want to remind you guys again, as I said, this profession is underpaid in general. But when you begin to work your way up into some of these roles that I'm listing here, that is when you really start to make good money. Because I know a lot of people say medical assistants, they don't make anything, which again, yes, we are underpaid, but I myself and some other people that I know that have worked their way up into some of these positions are making really good money. So I want you guys to know you can work your way up, especially for those of you that are new and wondering where you can go with this. So many different things you can do inside the clinic, and these are some of them here. Okay. All right. Now, I mentioned to you guys in the beginning that outside of medical assistant, I am also an entrepreneur. So I cannot talk about leveling up as a medical assistant without talking about the business side of things. Okay. I want you guys, first of all, before I even get into this is what I'm about to say is actually going to be a part of my part 2 video, but multiple ways of making money is so important. It's so, you guys see what's happening right now with the government shutdown. You got to think about some ways to make money outside of your job. Okay. Even if it's not MA related, please start thinking about it. But this is one of the things you want to consider, maybe starting a business with your credentials, CPR instructor, mobile phlebotomy scrubs business. Okay. Drug or DNA testing. These are some of the businesses that you can start as an MA and make money on the side. Okay. And even maybe into an actual full-time business one day. You never know. Freelance MA instructor. This is also what I am. So I work in the school, but I'm also a freelance MA instructor. What does that mean? That means that I work with different schools and I am teaching their students. So I'm not a part of their staff, but they contract with me and hire me to do study sessions with their students, to teach certain topics, to record lectures. Since I've started this channel, I've had quite a few schools reach out to me. And I have one in particular that I work with all the time. Other schools I've kind of worked with here and there, but the school that I was mentioning is actually in Texas, which is funny. The school I work with is in Texas. Shout out to them. It's Uncharted Territory Solutions. So if anybody happens to be watching this and you're looking for a school, you're in Texas, they have online only programs as well. So even if you're not in Texas, you can look into their online only programs, but it's called Uncharted Territory Solutions. That's one of the schools that I work with. And that's I call that my main online school because I work with them the most. But they have MA, medical office, EKG, so many programs. But anyway, that's something you may think about doing. For those of you that are MA instructors already, you may want to take your skills as an instructor outside of the class. You can even train other instructors. I have a lady in my group. I had her on the channel, Misty. She has a school. She has an MA school, but she also does consulting with other MAs to teach them how to open up a school and things like that. So just consider that. YouTube is an idea. Some of you guys, this is not for you. But many of you, this is why I included this as an option, because so many of you have told me you want to start a YouTube channel. So that's something to consider. It could be a day in the life of a medical assistant, right? You may want to, but you got to be careful with that. You want to make sure you're not exposing anything. You got to make sure you check your company guidelines, because I don't want anybody to get in trouble. People have been getting in trouble. So be careful with that. But you may want to vlog your days, your meal prep as an MA, getting ready for the week, ironing your scrubs, just whatever. Or you may want to start a channel that's outside of medical assistant, but it's something that you want to do. So I gave that as an example. Another thing I wanted to mention is my ma-preneur community that I've been telling y'all about this for the longest. I've just been too busy. I did write an ebook. The ebook is linked in the chat. Okay. So some of these businesses that I'm mentioning, CPR, phlebotomy, scrubs, DNA testing, I talk about in that ebook, and the ebook is only $9.99, guys. It's in the chat. As a matter of fact, let me put it in the it's in the description of the video. Let me put it in the chat real quick too. Hold on. This is my ma-preneur. It's called Beyond the Clinic, and it's the ma-preneur blueprint. Okay, so this is for people that want to start a business as an MA. So let me just put this in the chat really quick. Blueprint. Put this in the chat for you guys. It's only $9.99, and it's an ebook that I teach you guys how to actually create the business, like legally create the business. I mean, going to the IRS website, getting your EIN number. I'm walking you through everything. So for those of you that are watching and you want to legitimately start a business, I'm teaching you guys that. For those of you that want to start a business and you don't know what you want to do, I even go through that as well, trying to help you figure out what you want to do, identifying your niche and who you want to help. All of that is in there. I'm walking you through that, how to figure it out, how to what else, start the business. If you want to build business credit, we touch on some personal finances as well, like budgeting. What else I talk about? Give you guys some tools. I explain how to start a CPR business, how to start a scrubs business, how to start a recruiting agency. So many businesses I go over how to start in that ebook, and it's only $9.99. So definitely look into that. And then for the ma-preneur community, you guys can just join my email list. That link is in the description as well. Okay. So let me just go back really quickly. So what we're going to do, we're going to skill up clinically and administratively, right? We want to step into leadership, and we're going to go from clinical to business. We're going to think about some ways we can make money outside of the clinic. Okay. Now, let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm going to go through these comments now and respond to some of your comments. Drop any questions in the chat while you guys have me here. While you guys are doing that, those of you that's still hanging in there, make sure you go to marefreshercourse.com to get my study guide. And then if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, okay? If you want more information about when I start my ma-preneur community, you can join my email list, and the link to join is in the description. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can put that in the I'll put that in the chat as well. Let me see. So this is how you can join my email list. And if the link is not clickable, just copy and paste it. That's all you have to do. Join my email list. I'm going to do a part 2 to this. This is just part 1. I just wanted to go over a few things with you guys. I didn't want to make this too long and lose anybody. Okay, so this is going to be a part 2 to this. Let me see. Let me see what you guys are saying. I've been an MA. Tanika says I've been an MA for 19 years, certified for 2 P's MA. Oh, gotcha. She was sharing. Congratulations on passing, Dominique. Good luck to you, Samerwit. For those of you that are about to take your test, good luck to you. Congratulations to everybody that has passed. I gave your info to my daughter's school. She's in health. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Tanika. They're about to graduate and sit. Awesome. Thank you. The study guide is worth it. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, you know what? Let me go to StreamYard so I can put some of these questions on the, if I can put, I'm going to start putting some of your comments on the screen, guys. Let me see. Let's see. Definitely want to show Soraya. She said the study guide is worth it. Thank you. And it's only $9.99 right now, guys, for 30 days access. So just if you need certification or if you want to gift it to someone, it's you know, it's definitely worth it. Hey, is it Ladisha? Hey, Ladisha. Vanessa said I need to purchase this. Yeah, check it out. It helps a lot, Vanessa. And I don't just say it because I created it. I say it because I know I use the studies. I've used the testing plans from all of the certification exams to create it to make sure I cover everything. A MA can do PCA work. I know I used to be one. Okay, Courtney says I was a PCA. Oh, MA. Oops. I bought it. It's really good. That's good to know, Rossi. CCMA through the NHA. CCMA test. I need. Yes, go ahead. Yes. Let's see. When are you going to, I'm guessing, when are you going to do a review, Miss K, for CCMA? I love that. So I recently did, when I think about when did I do it? Maybe about a month ago. I haven't had as much time, Rossi, because I work in a cardiology clinic during the day and I'm teaching in the evening. So I'm working technically 2 jobs. So I haven't had a lot of time, and I'm about to move. I've been doing a lot of research. I'm actually I'm actually relocating. So I have been swamped with that just between work and then making time to really do research in my move. So I really haven't had time. I'm going to try. I said before I'm going to try soon, but I honestly don't know yet. Soraya brought up a good point. She said Fiverr helps with resume. So if you guys need a resume, as I mentioned, you can use ChatGPT. Just be careful. Just make sure you make it, you know, not so ChatGPT, okay? Because they can spot it a mile away. But you can also try Fiverr. We have Jasmine Coleman. She is the MA specialist on TikTok. She helps with resumes. So there's so many people you could utilize to help with a professional resume. And you want to use somebody who does strictly clinical, healthcare related resumes. You don't want somebody that's just corporate and they don't know nothing about healthcare. You want somebody that understands what these clinical supervisors are looking for. Okay. Lee says, I plan on taking the AMA in the summer. Okay. Good luck with that. Monica says, I think it's my resume and cover letter. So this is a good point, Monica. Yes. So it could be resume and cover letter. For those of you that don't have a cover letter, you need one of those as well. I suggest getting a makeover on that as well if you need it. Okay. Let's see. Bella says CCMA. I know that's right. Okay, credentials. Bella, I think I remember you when you were passing all of that. Your name is, I remember your name. I think I remember as you were getting each of those certifications, you were sharing them. I think that was you. I'm on LinkedIn as well. Never had an issue. Listen, make sure you guys get on LinkedIn if you haven't already. And if you are on LinkedIn, check your profile to make sure that it's up to par. When I was looking for a job and I noticed that they were asking for LinkedIn profiles, I went to my LinkedIn profile so fast and edited. I didn't realize I had so much stuff on there that shouldn't have been in there. I was using it not as a professional LinkedIn. I was just using it as another social media page. So I was blogging, and one of my blogs, every time I would blog, I had it to where it would automatically populate on LinkedIn. That is not something that should be on a professional profile. But back when I started LinkedIn, it wasn't as it wasn't as popular as it is now. I started back in I think I created my LinkedIn maybe in 2016, I think 15 or 6, something when it was new. So it wasn't as big as it is now. Let's see. Dominique says, I get it. I get messages from LinkedIn sitting there. Oh yeah, hiring, saying they're hiring, but like you said, it could be the resume. Yep. They said LinkedIn. Oh, okay. So this is a good point. Monica says they said LinkedIn has fake jobs. This is true. Not just LinkedIn and Indeed. I know you didn't say this, Monica, but I've seen people trying to deter people from using Indeed altogether because of some fake jobs. But I don't want you guys to be deterred from these sites because there are legit jobs. With any social media, with any website, it's always going to be some type of scamming. Always. It's not going anywhere, guys. And it's only going to get worse. So I don't want this to deter you from using these sites. You just have to be careful. When you see jobs posting, you want to go to their actual website. You want to, vet them. Look at the see what insurance. You have sites like Glassdoor where you can look at reviews for the company. Make sure it's a legit site. Okay. If it's sending you to a site that you feel may not be safe, don't click on it. If you get that warning that pop up, this website may not be safe, then don't click on it. So just be careful. But yes, there are some fake jobs on both sites. I get so many alerts from LinkedIn about jobs. I actually put one in today. Yeah. So good luck with that. Yes, Bella said CEUs are good to refresh. All righty. Hey, Jacqueline, I want to get another certification, but I don't know what I want to do yet. I'm scared to take another test. I definitely think you should know what you want to do. So just keep thinking about it, Jacqueline, so you can see exactly so you can know exactly what you want to do. You definitely want to know, especially if, I know you're nervous. You're a nervous test taker. So it has to be something that you're passionate about because that's what's going to motivate you to study. Hey, Elle, I'm good. How are you? Yesterday made a year. Elle, I remember when you passed. Congratulations. I was just talking about how I went live every day in October last year for MA week. I made it MA month. And I was saying how I went live every day, and you were definitely one of those ones that was on here every day with me. All right, let's see. So Rossi is one from Houston. Are you still here, Rossi? So those of you that are in Houston, well, Texas in general, I am considering, well, not considering, I'm looking into moving to Texas. Corpus Christi though, Vanessa, that's too far south for me. I don't want to be near Mexico. I don't want to be that far south. But they have some really good home prices there. She mentioned, she said when I went to the interview, they were paying $18. $18 in some places could be a lot. So I will say this, guys. I want you guys to consider this. I want you guys to consider this, okay? MA pay, I mean pay in general. I'm not even just when it comes to MAs, because we already settled. We already know MAs are generally underpaid. It's one of those professions that's generally underpaid. But the pay, whether it's good or not, is also going to depend on where you live. Because $18 in, let's say, I don't even want to name a place because you know, but in certain places where the cost of living is really cheap, where you can still get an apartment for like $600, that is probably really good. But if you're in DC or California or New York, $18 is not going to be anything for you, right? That's nowhere near enough. So I want you guys to keep that in mind too, is that, you know, it just kind of depends on where you are as well. She said, is Texas allowed work without certification? So it's not really a state thing. It's more so the company. So I'm pretty sure there are some companies that do, but I can't say Texas as a whole or any state as a whole. I do remember somebody in my group saying something about Washington State requires it, but I can't really speak to that because I'm not in every state. Fancy says, I just subscribed to your channel. Can you please tell me about additional courses inmates can do to make more money? So I mentioned at the beginning, stocking your certifications, also looking into making money outside of the clinics. So scrubs business, CPR, phlebotomy, mobile phlebotomy, DNA test and things like that. And in the ebook that I posted in the chat, I mean, the link to the ebook I posted in the chat, I go over all of that, like how to start some businesses, how to figure out what business you want to start. So definitely check that out, Fanta, if you're still here. And matter of fact, let me see if I can paste that. Let me paste that in the chat, actually. I just pasted it in the chat for anybody that's just joining and wanted to link to my ma-preneur blueprint. She said, I want to sell scrubs, but it's so expensive. Yeah, getting started, it depends on how you enter. So there's a couple different ways you can sell scrubs. There's a way where you can, you know, buy it from a bigger company. Like they will let you buy, let's just say they let you buy 100 sets of scrubs for like $2,000. And then you sell those scrubs for however. I just threw out $2,000. I don't know how much you get for 2,000, but I do remember seeing a package for 2,000. I don't know how much you get, but anyway, some of them work like that, where you just buy from a bigger company in bulk, and then you sell for what you want to sell them for. And then you have another way where you can actually manufacture your own scrubs, where, you know, the warehouse, they're making they're making your scrubs, like you're designing them and all of that. I know that way is definitely a lot more expensive, but then you know, you don't have a middleman per se. You know, it's your business, and you're not buying from someone in bulk. Like you are actually, these are your scrubs that you're selling, your actual brand, your actual scrub brand. So that's something to think about. It can be expensive to start. I actually reached out to someone who has a scrubs business to come on the channel. She agreed to come on, but it's actually my fault because I haven't made the time to bring her on the channel, but she's definitely willing. So I need to circle back with her. Do you have a video on how to get prepared? Yes, definitely. Look under the playlist interviews. I have a few videos on getting prepared for an interview. All right, I'll take a few more questions. Hey, Carrie Ann, I'm glad you made it live. For those of you, I've seen a few of you say this is your first time. Glad you guys made it. Welcome. I know that's right, Carrie Ann. She said I purchased your refresher course and your videos, and I passed. I know that's right. Listen, I love to see the testimonials. For those of you that have my refresher course and you passed, make sure you drop that in the comments and in the chat. Let people know that it helped you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Carrie Ann, for sharing that. What's the prerequisite for the MA program as a CNA? So it depends on where you go. If it's a degree program, it's hard to say, because usually you just still have to do the whole program, because it's not, it's two different types of it's two, even though a lot of people, they get MA and CNA mixed up, it's two different professions. With MA, you're working in a doctor's office. With CNAs, you're in nursing homes and hospitals. So, and doing home care. So it's hard to say, but I know some degree programs will accept certain, classes from other schools. So it just kind of depends. You have to call around to some schools in your area to see. Because I know even my school, like if they took the CNA program and they're coming to the medical assistant program, they may let them bypass the first part that they, the medical office part, but it just kind of depends on the classes they had before. So it's hard to say with that one. Thank you, Lynn. Tanika says a study guide for CMAA I'll buy for my daughter, but they won't test until April. Yeah, so I do have one for the administrative only. The link I've been posting is for the clinical one, Tanika. But if you go to marefreshercourse.com, the main website, you will see the option for both the clinical and administrative. So yes, CMAA. So guys, if you're taking the administrative, I do have that as well, but I've been more so focusing on the clinical one, because that's the one that I get. That's the one that I honestly get the most sales for, because those are the tests that most people are taking that follow me. So that's the one that I have a sale on. That's the one that's $9.99, the clinical one, but I definitely do have the administrative one as well. I know that's right. I love when you guys are sharing your testimonies from the course. Girl, I passed after buying your course. Congratulations. Let's see who else. Vanessa says I will. Oh, can you pin the link? Oh, do you have it now, Vanessa? Because I don't know. Are you talking about the study guide, or are you talking about the MA blueprint? I pinned the study guide. I mean, I pinned the blueprint. But I can only pin one. But I pinned the blueprint one. I can post the study guide link again if that's what you're talking about. I thought the exam. I know, Soraya. I know you interested. Let's see. I'm going through some of these guys. I don't want to miss. What about vendors? Oh, when it comes to scrubs business. So this is why I need to get this is why I need to get the young lady on here that does this, because I can't tell you much about the vendors part of it. I don't have a scrubs business. It's something I've looked into before, but I can't tell you. I got to get somebody on here that does it. Jocelyn says, I quit my job as a teacher assistant to study for 3 months. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I mean, that's what it takes. That's what you got to do. I love it. Amanda says, I graduated in March with the help of your channel. Just started a job at a great, awesome. But the doctor is difficult. Oh, dang. I've been warning, it hasn't. Oh, wow. Amanda, only thing you can do is start looking for another job. It's not, I mean, we are at work more than we're at home. Let's be real. We are at work all day long. We can't be in a place that's stressing us out. You need to be looking for another job. That's really all you can do. I will be on somebody's website literally right now, Amanda. I will be on somebody's website right now. Update your resume, update your LinkedIn, go on Indeed. It's just hard finding a job as a, yeah, it is. It can be difficult. You guys just have to look for recruiting agencies. They get paid to help you find a job. And as I always say, put on your professional clothes and go around to some private offices. Let's see. Dominique says that I said you took the time to talk when I passed. Oh, congratulations, Dominique. I done talked to so many people I do not even remember. But congratulations. I'm so glad I was able to help. I'm so sorry I don't even I'm sorry, but congratulations. Soraya says you would most definitely see results with Miss K study guide. Carrie Ann says her immediate students must get A's. I'll tell you guys this, my students, I have a very high passing rate with certification. I was telling my students that because they're so nervous because they have certification coming up in about 3 to 4 weeks now. They have certifications coming up. And I said, listen, don't worry. By the time we get there, y'all will be ready because we go through everything I teach you guys on this channel. I go through with them. We go through the study questions together. We go through the test plan. Like, yes, so they are getting it firsthand. But then I come over here to YouTube and I teach you guys the same thing. I saw Jacqueline comment about Jasmine too. Soraya also talking about Jasmine. So yes, guys, look up the MA specialist on TikTok. She's really good with resume. She has a good what's the word I'm looking for? She gets good results. Yes, it helps with all certifications. So my videos, also my MA refresher course, yes, because they all ask the same type of questions. Oh, where can I find your refresher course? Thank you, Jacqueline. She posted the link, marefreshercourse.com. Let me get the direct link again and post it. Because guys, the sale is going to end on Friday and it's not going to be $9.99 anymore. So if you want to gift it to someone, you can do that as well. I've had a few people do that. Honestly, I didn't even know you can do that until I started seeing transactions of people gifting it to other people. So MA refresher course. I just linked it again. All right, guys, I'm going to get ready to go. I have not eaten anything. I went straight from working online to a meeting, and then I had a study session at 7, then I got straight on here at 7:30. Let's see. Let me see if I can answer a couple more that I haven't already. Some of you guys, I won't be able to answer some. Some of you guys are asking questions that I do have videos on, and I've talked extensively about finding a job. So I have videos on that. Go for it, Jose. Go for it. Soraya says, don't wait on nobody to hand you a job. Stay on it. Hit them recruiters up. Follow up often and keep your resume ready. The more pressure you apply, the faster. Let me tell you guys, when I was looking for a job at one point in my life, I was maybe in my 20s, I think. I went to over 100 doctor's offices. And the reason why I know it was over that, because that's how many resumes I had printed out. So many offices. One day I went out, it was raining. I was in the rain, okay? You got to do what you got to do. And I know, some of you might say, I've been doing it and it's still not happening. I trust me, I understand completely. You just have to stay on it. You got to keep at it. You got to reach out to these recruiters. You have to stay on it. Apply for jobs. Applying for a job can be a full-time job, but it's what it takes. It's just what it takes. You're welcome. I'm seeing some of the other comments. Okay, guys, let me scroll down. What are some test taking tips? Oh, definitely that's on this channel. I got a playlist on study tips. So many times. So many videos. Yes, the study guide. Oh, okay. I just posted it again, Vanessa. Let me post it again. She may have seen it already. This is for Vanessa. I just posted the study guide link again. All righty, guys. I'm going to let you go. Yes, I'm going to bring her on, Soraya. I got to circle back around to her. All righty, guys. A lot of y'all have already dropped off already, but thank you guys for those of you that hung in there with me to the end. I will do a part 2 to this video. I hope it was helpful. You guys have a good night, and I will see you guys soon.